The idea that some information is deliberately hidden from the public has fascinated many and stirred up a sense of curiosity and urgency. This sensation that there are secrets lurking just beyond our grasp often drives us to explore further and question the reality presented to us. In the age of digital information and social media, it's easy to think that everything is accessible with a few clicks. Yet, the truth is that there are layers of content and knowledge that seem to be kept from the general view, either intentionally or by the limitations of platform algorithms and censorship. Have you ever wondered why certain videos or information appear to vanish from YouTube or other platforms? It's not always about policy violations or technical errors. Sometimes, content that challenges mainstream narratives or touches on sensitive topics gets removed or restricted. This phenomenon can be unsettling, particularly when you believe that the information is crucial for public awareness. It's as if there are unseen forces at play, guiding what we can and cannot see. When information is deemed too controversial or against the grain, platforms might employ various mechanisms to suppress it. These mechanisms can range from algorithmic adjustments to outright removal, all in the name of maintaining a certain narrative or avoiding potential backlash. It's not uncommon for content that questions established norms or exposes inconvenient truths to face scrutiny and possible censorship. This creates an environment where only a filtered version of reality is presented to the masses, raising questions about the integrity and transparency of digital platforms. In exploring why certain videos or pieces of information are targeted for removal, we get into the concept of controlled narrative. Platforms have guidelines and policies designed to manage content, but these guidelines can sometimes align with broader agendas that aim to shape public perception. Content that challenges the status quo or brings to light alternative viewpoints often faces obstacles, whether through demonetization, shadow banning, or direct deletion. It's crucial to consider the broader implications of this control over information. The control over what we see and hear shapes our understanding of the world. When access to diverse perspectives is restricted, it limits our ability to form a well-rounded view of complex issues. This control can subtly influence public opinion, often without people realizing the extent of the manipulation. The more we understand about how information is managed and manipulated, the better equipped we are to navigate the digital landscape and seek out the truth. The urgency to view and share certain pieces of content before they potentially disappear reflects a deeper concern about transparency and access to information. Many believe that the most valuable and transformative knowledge is often hidden from public view, which fuels the desire to seek out and preserve such content. It's this sense of urgency that drives people to act quickly, often sharing videos and information with others who might also find it important. In our digital age, the challenges we face in accessing uncensored and unfiltered information have become more pronounced. This situation underscores the growing importance of understanding the mechanisms behind information control and the ways in which our digital environment can influence our perceptions. As we dig deeper into these issues, we uncover how the control of information is not merely about restricting access, but about shaping narratives and influencing public consciousness. One intriguing aspect of this control is the role of algorithms in curating our online experiences. Algorithms are designed to tailor content to our preferences and interests, but they also play a crucial role in filtering out content that doesn't align with certain criteria. While this personalization can enhance user experience, it can also lead to echo chambers, where users are only exposed to viewpoints that reinforce their existing beliefs. This selective exposure can limit our understanding of broader perspectives and important issues that might be marginalized or suppressed. Moreover, the impact of algorithmic curation extends beyond just the content we see. It influences the visibility of information and the ease with which it can be shared. When certain topics or viewpoints are deemed controversial or sensitive, they may be relegated to lower visibility, making it harder for users to encounter or spread this information. This phenomenon creates a skewed information landscape where critical voices and alternative perspectives struggle to gain traction, potentially stifling important discussions and debates. The rise of content moderation practices further complicates the issue. While moderation is necessary to prevent harmful content, it can sometimes lead to overreach, where legitimate content is unfairly targeted or removed. The subjective nature of content moderation decisions, combined with the lack of transparency in enforcement processes, can lead to a chilling effect where creators and users are hesitant to discuss or share contentious topics. This environment of caution and self-censorship can hinder the free flow of ideas and stifle innovative and challenging discussions. Another dimension to consider is the influence of institutional interests and power dynamics. Large corporations, governments, and other influential entities can exert significant pressure on digital platforms to align with their agendas. This influence can manifest in various ways, from requesting the removal of specific content to shaping platform policies that favor certain viewpoints. The intersection of corporate interest and public discourse highlights the need for greater accountability and transparency in how information is managed and moderated online. To navigate these complexities, it's essential to cultivate a critical approach to consuming and sharing information. Developing media literacy skills can help users discern the reliability of sources and recognize potential biases in content. Engaging with diverse perspectives and seeking out independent voices can also provide a more balanced view of the issues at hand. By actively questioning and challenging the information presented to us, we contribute to a more informed and resilient public discourse. In this context, it's important to remain vigilant and proactive about seeking out information. While it's easy to be disheartened by the censorship and limitations imposed by digital platforms, there are ways to circumvent these barriers. Independent research, alternative media sources, and encrypted communication methods can help us access and share information that might otherwise be suppressed. By staying informed and connected, we can contribute to a more open and transparent flow of information. The notion that certain information is deliberately hidden or removed from platforms raises important questions about the balance between security, freedom of expression, and the right to access information. While platforms have a responsibility to regulate content to prevent harm, there is also a responsibility to uphold the principles of free speech and transparency. As consumers of information, we must remain critical and discerning, questioning the motivations behind content restrictions and striving to understand the broader context of the narratives presented to us. Ultimately, the fight for transparency and the right to access information is ongoing. As individuals, we have the power to seek out alternative sources, support independent creators, and advocate for more open and fair practices on digital platforms. The quest for truth requires effort and resilience, but it is through this pursuit that we can uncover the information that might otherwise remain hidden and ensure that diverse voices and perspectives are heard. In today's world, staying informed requires more than just passive consumption of information. The challenges of navigating an increasingly controlled digital space are real, and understanding these dynamics is crucial for anyone who wants to engage meaningfully with the content they encounter. We've explored the various ways in which information can be restricted or manipulated, shedding light on the broader implications of these practices. The digital landscape we interact with daily is shaped by complex algorithms and moderation practices that can significantly influence what we see and how we perceive it. The challenge lies not just in recognizing these influences, but in actively seeking out a balanced view of information. By developing critical thinking skills and engaging with a variety of sources, you can better understand the nuances of the content presented to you and avoid falling into echo chambers that reinforce existing biases. Supporting platforms that prioritize transparency and fairness is another essential step. Advocate for reforms that ensure content moderation is conducted with integrity and that access to information remains open and equitable. It's not just about consuming content, but about fostering an environment where diverse perspectives can be shared and discussed freely. Your involvement in this conversation is incredibly important. By liking this video, you help raise awareness about these issues and contribute to a broader discussion on how we interact with information online. If you found the content valuable, subscribing to our channel will ensure you stay updated on future discussions that tackle critical topics and promote thoughtful analysis. Sharing this video with friends and family can further extend the reach of these important conversations, encouraging more people to think critically about the information they encounter. Engaging with us through comments and discussions is another great way to be part of this dialogue. Your feedback helps shape future content and ensures that we continue addressing topics that matter to you. We value your participation and look forward to building a space where open and informed conversations can thrive. Lastly, consider supporting our efforts by checking out additional resources and materials linked in the description. Your continued engagement helps drive the mission to foster a more transparent and inclusive digital environment. We appreciate your support and look forward to exploring these critical issues together. Thank you for your interest and support. We value your engagement and look forward to bringing you more content that pushes boundaries and seeks the truth. Stay connected, stay informed, and continue questioning the narratives you encounter.